What's up, you guys? I made custom brackets for my kicker speakers because the original speakers mounted on this round tube, and since I got my brand new cage, I haven't been able to mount these speakers. So I whipped up some redneck ingenuity and I made a bracket that actually, I know the welds are ugly. I'm not a welder or a fabricator, but I did it. It's very simple. It bolts to the actual frame where the cage bolts in, and this is pretty much all you see from the side, so it's going to look fine. I just sprayed it with some rattle can paint, but I think it's going to work. Let me show you how I got it mounted. So here's the speaker. I pulled this speaker apart, and I'll be honest with you, I've had these things upside down. My speakers were mounted like this or this way forever, and that has been upside down, and I had no idea how to move it, how to turn this, but supposedly you can turn that kicker. So if you have a kicker and you don't know how to turn it, let me show you. So see inside there's 4 screws. Well, you undo those 4 screws, really simple. And then this whole ring right here comes off, and then this kicker thing is on, like, it has a bunch of holes in it, all different angles that you can set it at, and it clicks down in. So this ring comes off, then this separate piece comes off also, and you can turn it to wherever you want it. So if you've had your speakers mounted and your kicker has been upside down forever, you can turn those. Thought I'd point that out so you guys appreciate that. But anyways, nothing staged here in this video. I just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. This is important. I've been getting ready for Camp Razor, and it's been a real battle getting everything done. I've had 3 trips to Glamis so far. Now let me show you how I'm going to mount these and how this thing works. So here you go. Don't look at my welds. I'm sure if somebody was a better fabricator or knew somebody, they could do a better job. But dude, this works. This is the only way and the simplest way that I could figure to mount that speaker. So that's going to mount right there. I didn't want to mount to here or here because the angles are all off, and then your speakers are kind of all weird and sticking up. If I was to roll over or something, I kind of wanted everything down. You know, I know it's going to break all this stuff off, but this was the best way that I could think to do it. So, and I always go for the simplest way. So I think it looks pretty good just like that. It's going to be straight. I could even angle it a little if I tipped it up and maybe put like a washer under there when I tighten it up. But basically it bolts through those holes right there. You see those 2 holes? And it's gonna bolt right through there. And here is the bolts. I gotta hurry, I gotta make this quicker for you guys. I know you guys are always in a hurry, and I'm always trying to hurry through my stuff, but sometimes I like to just show you what I'm doing. So if you're interested and you got a minute. So this goes through there, this little piece goes inside the speaker can. So that goes inside of here, that's down in there, and then those bolts will go straight through this piece up into there, and that will be bolted on solid right there. I used some pretty heavy gauge steel, and I just welded this thing together and trimmed it and ground it and made it look the best I could. But dude, I think it's gonna work. What do you guys think? So if any of you have the same problem where you haven't been able to mount your speakers, here's an idea, okay? Just go off of that main bolts that hold your cage on. I'm gonna probably get a little longer bolts because the threads aren't sticking out far enough for me right there. So I'm gonna get a little longer bolts, and I think this system will be pretty nice. The plastics covers all this. I got this plastic, goes right here. Shouldn't interfere with much. Boom, look at that. And that's about all you're gonna see of that little bracket. So not bad. Just a little update on what I've been doing. So if you came here for the thumbnail and just wanted to see that bracket, there it is. I'll show you real close right here. Some horrible welds, but don't worry about that. As long as it's welded together, you're good. I welded those pieces together and ground them down. So there it is, just a simple little bracket, and I just went one on top. So this one's, of course, is flip-flop version of that one, and it's gonna go on this side right over here. I just gotta pull all that apart, and boom, I'll have my second mounting location, and I'll be able to get my speakers back on the car. I will be stoked because I got this new cage from UTV Speed, which I absolutely love. I love the look of it. Check it out. Don't mind the garage. It's been super messy because we are in a big hurry to get ready for Camp Razor. I'm sure all you are. We're doing a bunch of other stuff. Let me show you a couple of the other things I've been working on. So yeah, I got a sticker up there. I plan on putting a big green X on my roof. What do you guys think of that? I think that'd be cool. Anyways, we've been working, look at my entire stereo's out. So my son over here has been working on a stereo system. So he went and got some kicker stuff, and he got this kicker deck, right? So there it is. It's that round one. Everybody has seen that deck. So I'll show you here. With my Rockford Fosgate, that's my deck. It fits flush mount right in this thing that goes behind there. Okay? Since we're talking about stereo stuff, we'll make the whole video all about stereo stuff. So this thing bolts behind there. It bolts down in those two holes underneath. It slips in all from behind. And then my Rockford Fosgate, there it is down there, fits flush into that thing. So we started messing around. My son's got a 3D printer, and he printed up this little contraption here, which is very similar. Just couldn't get that nice texture on the outside, but what he did do is figure it out. He actually went a step further from here, and he's been working on it for a while. Let me show you guys what it looks like inside his car. So this is that round stereo, which it mounts in, and it's got a faceplate this big, okay? And so that faceplate mounts there, but it sticks out that far. And it kind of sucks because when you shift it into park, it hits that faceplate. And if any of you have that stereo, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I got the light on the camera so you can see everything, because I don't want you to not be able to see. So here's his stereo. Let me get this door open. Don't tell him I'm telling you this, because my son hates it when I broadcast the things he's doing. But man, I think this looks so sweet. I'm going to start selling these. I told my son, print me up a few. I'm going to sell these suckers. But look at this, dude. Look at how sweet this is. Look at that. It is flush mounted right in there. Pretty amazing, huh? So what he did was, let me see if I can get a shot from behind. You see him behind there? He actually recessed the stereo in there and printed that entire thing, and then printed a faceplate that's got that nice texture on it. So it's perfectly flush. Looks awesome. I am really impressed with his 3D printing skills. So, but now what he's working on is, because this is ugly and you have to look at this. So now he's making some side pieces that are going to block right here, like a wing. So you won't see this at all. And it's going to mount back here. See, there's a screw right there. Well, that piece is going to mount right on that screw, and you're just going to tighten that up, and it's going to hold that wing right there, and it's going to block this whole thing. I think this setup is going to look bitchin'. I am excited to see it finished. I went in and got a little shot of his 3D printer when he was making this side thing, so check it out. Here's the printer. It's printing, he's making the little side things. Look at it. Nose built to the back of the stereo, and then these are the little sides so you don't see the stereo. Interesting, but this thing's really cool. Here's a bunch of little pieces. Here's one done, and then there's the finish. Pretty cool, pretty impressive, man. He's got his rings, really rigging it up. Takes hours to print though. All right, isn't that pretty cool how he does that? That 3D printer is just absolutely, dude, a game changer. I'll tell you what I want. I want him to print me something. Everybody that has a Can-Am knows what I'm talking about right now. When you set stuff on your dash, which I have a bunch of crap piled on my dash as it is. Look it goes down these holes and falls in the floor. If it didn't, I wish I could print a little plastic piece that would fit right here, that would snap in, and stuff wouldn't fall down. Wouldn't that be cool? Then I could, you know, because sometimes when I'm getting all buckled in and stuff, I throw my phone up here or whatever, and then boom, it falls on the floor. But if it stayed up there for just a second and didn't fall in, that would be pretty cool if I could have him print me. I'm always thinking of stuff that he can print now that I see his skills with that 3D printer. But anyways, some more stuff that we've been doing. So he's got the Rockford Fosgate, or the kicker speakers that go on the front, and he's got the front pieces that come here, just like mine. This is what I have. I have this plastic piece. You pull out your stock piece, and this bolts right in. I think he got these on Amazon, but I think UTV Stereo carries everything you need for this. So I got the same setup here. And then, of course, I got some homemade wood 10-inch woofers underneath in Timmy's 1980s. Check it out. See the old woofer under there? That's right. I got two 10s, one on each side, and I got it in the old school speaker box. Paint's all peeling. I got to repaint that. One of these days, I'll get enough money to buy those speaker boxes. Those things are expensive. But that's how I got my 10s. And of course, that's the deck I have. Works great. Pretty expensive. He was looking at those. They're like $600 right now. And then back here, never showed you guys my stereo system. Might as well do that now. It's a good video. And back here, I got the kicker. It's a 5-way amp. So it's for the two basses and then the speakers right and left. And then, of course, on the rear, I got the 8-inch kickers right here. Got my old school amp right there. Look at that. Anybody from the 90s? Look at that. I got the old special edition. Nice. That thing rocked, dude. This thing still rocks. It's 800 watt. But here's my kicker speakers, my 8s. So I have 8s that go in the rear cans, which are going in here. And then I got the 6s up front, and then two 10s. So I know we've never discussed all my stereo system because I never play it because YouTube will copyright me if I have any music going. So sometimes in my videos when you guys don't hear the car running when we're doing, it's because I had music on and I had to delete all that out. So, but here's the old bracket. How I had it before was mounted on this round tube. And then what I did was I hate buying things, guys. So I just rigged this up, made this, and it went, this way. Look at, got my old Arizona off-highway decal there. That's an old dude. But it went up there like that. I mounted across, and then my speakers mounted to that on my old cage, on the stock cage. But now that I got this new cage, I had to find a new way to mount it. So we're done with that. But now I think this way, I think these, what do you guys think? I think those are the way to go. I'm hoping it doesn't jiggle. It's got a little bit of flex. If it does move around, I'll just weld me on like a little bar on there to make it stiffer and more sturdy. Or I'll weld a piece of angle to the bottom or something to make it a little stiffer. So, but anyways, that's all that. It's all my stereo stuff that we've been working on his car. My garage is an absolute disaster, but I wanted to give you guys a little video for today because I love putting these videos out. I haven't done one like this in a while. These are the kind of videos I really enjoy. Let me turn off the light for a minute. Hey, there you are. So these are the kind of videos I really enjoyed doing back when I didn't have to like plan everything out and I always try to be informational on my videos. So you guys know that. I'm always trying to give you guys some info because time is so valuable, and I want you guys to have some entertainment and then some value of some knowledge also in my videos. So that's why in my videos I'm like, hey, we're going to Disco Ball. Let me show you how to get there. And to all you guys out there that say, Tim, stop showing people how to get to all the secret places in Glamis. Dude, there are no secret places in Glamis. There's no secret places anymore, okay? It's on Google Earth. It's on the internet. The coordinates are on the internet. Everything's on the internet. I show you guys how to get there, but you still got to try to find it yourself. But it's all there, okay? You can go on Google Maps. Google Maps. If you want to find the flagpoles and the hills and everything, just type it into your Google Maps. It's right on there. It'll show you exactly how to get there. So it's no big secret, but I just like to take you guys on the journey and show you how to get there. So that's why I make those. And that's why I like to make the informational videos. So hopefully the speaker bracket thing will be a little bit of information for this video and give you guys a little update of what I've been up to. These videos are a lot funner because I don't have to edit so much. You know what I mean? I just let it roll, let it, try to think all of what I want to say to you guys off the top of my head and go with it. So I pulled apart a couple of other things I'm doing in my car before Camp Razor. All right. I pulled apart, my son had a problem with his rollers. You guys saw in my last video. If you didn't see it, go watch it. And at the very end, I show you how he broke one of his rollers. These are your rollers inside here. Okay, this is a little roller. And what happens is when this spins, this slides down on that, whoop, and goes in and out. I love that sound effects. Good job, Tim. Whoop, whoop, like that. And it goes down in there. And so you want to inspect those every once in a while. Usually you can get them to turn, but none of them are loose on mine. But I've looked at them. They look really good. I got 5,000 miles on these rollers. That's a lot. And I do want to change them. We just did his. I got the fancy tool in the whole deal to pull those rollers out. You got to pull a pin out of here. Pin comes out of right here. Okay, you can see the threads in there. You pull this screw out and then you tap in there and you pull that pin out with a puller. This is the fancy tool you use to pull those rollers out. It's got this thing and this little threaded thing, and it's pretty tricky to use that. We broke the first tip right out of the gate. Comes with two, thank God, but we got it down. We got a little system down now, but there's the tool. I thought I'd show that to you. And then here's your secondary clutch compression tool. Got that on Amazon too. All this stuff, if you go to our Amazon page, which is down in the description also, you can use that link, get into our, I'm a whatever ambassador or a whatever they call that. One of those people that sells stuff for Amazon. Affiliate. I'm an affiliate for Amazon. I got my own Amazon storefront, and if you buy from there, Tim gets the money, not Jeff Bezos. So keep that in mind. Go down to the description and follow our Amazon link, and everything that we buy on Amazon, I keep it in there, and there's a list. It probably says Glamis or Jeep for the Jeep stuff, or camping or whatever, but you could probably find it. Some of the things are in 2 different lists. But go to our Amazon affiliate link and buy there, and I make a couple pennies over there, and then I can do more dune trips. But anyways, there's the tool. And it's a little bit of a chore. Like, you got to really kind of know what you're doing. But we got it down. We did his. He put the high performance Evo rollers in his. I'm just going to get the cheapies. But I think I'm just going to leave it for Camp Razor because I don't do them that hard during Camp Razor. So I'm really hoping this stays together. But I am bringing them with just in case I have to do that out in the dunes. As far as my clutch, everything's been running good. We got a new belt on there. I'm going to blow that clutch out. So if you guys don't blow your clutches out, you need to, because these things get packed full of dust and all kinds of stuff. Just blow it out and then just visually look at this stuff, spin it, look at every angle of everything just to make sure, and then, of course, practice taking the cover off. That way you're good at it when you're out in the dunes doing it in the dark, or right on Olds doing it. So I got that all squared away, but I think I'm just going to blow it out, clean it out. I got my air cleaner out. Look at this. I got so many things going, guys. It's unbelievable. It's so busy. There's my new shock therapy sway bar and my DRT links, which I got set at the right distance. This, you got to have this at 7 3/4. So it has to be 7 3/4. See that? From center to center. 7 3/4. Okay, because those things flipped down on the last trip. These flipped all the way flat because when it extended down, this rotated under, and then it was an issue because they were too short. So 7 3/4, we got that all squared away. And then I don't know if I told you guys about my door deals. I wrinkled my door. Can you see that? I pulled into the trailer and I went to move my car and I backed out and I pulled back in, but I left the door open. Gosh darn it. And it just took this whole tip and just wrinkled it completely back. Oh, that sucked. So I haven't done anything fancy. I just bent it back with my hand and haven't touched it, because honestly, sometimes when you screw with it, it looks worse. So that I'm just gonna live with. That's how life goes. I've had these doors for a lot of years, and that was one trip. And then the next trip, first thing leaving, this door, no, it was this door over here. And this door flew all the way open, and when it hit open like that, it literally just snapped the weld off right here and twisted this whole thing and folded it all the way back and just wrinkled the door. Gosh darn it. Oh, when the wife jumped out, look, it even hit right there. The wife jumped out of the passenger seat and shut the door, and it made a horrendous pop noise. And I was like, oh, that didn't sound good. Then one ride later, the next day, old Timmy boy left this door open just like this. You see how I do this? I don't shut them all the time. I just leave them like this. Well, bad idea, because when I took off, it flew open and this one bent. And it tweaked this pretty bad, but luckily it didn't crease the door on the outside. Thank God, because I caught it and I was driving slow. So, but that one I was able to bend back into shape. These are SDR doors. I love my SDR doors. I don't want to have to buy new doors, and so I was going to buy a new bracket, but I decided just to weld it, and it did work on the other side. So there they are, my SDR doors. I love my SDR door bags, and I want to get those door bags right there for the back doors. I would love those. And then I kind of wanted that SDR back pouch right here. My buddy Kenny. Ken, what's up, dude? Hope you're watching my videos, dude. All right, if you are, I love that bag you have, Kenny. I want to get me one of those. It's got the nice SDR emblem right on it, and I could throw some crap in there, because right now I have nothing and I just zip tie it to these. So SDR on those. Is that it? I think that's it, guys. Got the doors fixed. I got to get my stereo put all back in. I put some Loctite on here and tighten these down, so hopefully those will stay up. I love these new DRT sun visors. Really cool. I think that's about it. I got my spare belt. Got me a brand new one. Badass belt. That's the one you want to get right there. This light's probably annoying to you guys, but I just want to make sure you can see this is a quick video, and I'm not spending a lot of time, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing. I just wanted to get something out for you guys. I got my new Baja Design lights, which are awesome. They are super bright, but I'm going to throw my aux beam on here just to see. I might even run one aux beam and one of the Baja Design just to see how much the difference is. I know these are scientifically proven and there's all kinds of fancy stuff in here. I get it, but they are very expensive. And a lot of people ask me about the aux beam stuff, because I am kind of a aux beam ambassador, I guess you could say. Aux beam sends me a lot of stuff. I got this, and that's the reason for the video today, is I'm actually supposed to be doing an aux beam video, guys. But I thought you guys, as my subscribers, are more important. So I am doing a video for you guys and not doing my aux beam one. That will come out tomorrow. The aux beam video will come out tomorrow. I'm going to do that. I want to show off these new 3-inch LED pods that I got. They're really cool. I have the 5-inch on my Jeep right now, and then they make a 7-inch, which is huge. Maybe I'll get those next round, but for now I got these 3-inch LED pods on the old Jeep. Let's open the door. And while we're waiting for that door to open, since we got to keep it rolling here, we don't want to waste your guys' time. I appreciate you guys watching. Shut up that light for a second. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have watched so many of my videos, and it's given us, me and Christine, a small amount of income that we're able to go to the desert more than we ever have before. And that's because of you guys. Thank you so much for that. It's just, I love going to Glamis. I've been going to Glamis since I was 18 years old, 17 years old. So, and I'm 50 now. So, and you guys are making it possible for me to go more. I would go every weekend, for crying out loud. I'd live there. I did live there for a while when I didn't have a house. I stayed there every weekend because it was too expensive at Pachanga. So we'd go to Glamis every weekend and stay out there. But you guys have made me be able to go out there. I've done 3 trips already. We're not even to Camp Razor. Camp Razor's next week. I got a full load of work. My schedule is insane right now, and I'm trying to edit videos and trying to get them out for you guys. I love doing it, and that's why I couldn't let tonight go by without a video, and I really didn't have anything special I wanted to put out, and somebody said, give us some updates, and so that's what we're doing in this video. And if you came here for the speaker bracket thing and you're still here, dude, I love you, man. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Go down and subscribe to my channel, because if you've enjoyed the last 15 minutes of me yip-yapping, you might like the channel. So anyways, back to what we were talking about. I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for making my dream of going to Glamis as much as I possibly can. And I'm hoping to travel out to some other dunes. I want to get to Utah. I want to get to Oregon. I'm just working. I can't do that right now. So anyways, just wanted to say all that. Let me get that light back on. And oh yeah, the Jeep, there we go. These 3-inch pods, here they are. I'll just show you real quick. You don't want to see all of it because I'm going to do the video tomorrow. Oh my God. And it's actually raining. Look, I'm loaded up for work right now. I get so sidetracked. I can't believe it's raining. I just walked out here and I hear this. This is horrible. Look. Tim's got, I do sandblasting, obviously, and I got sand loaded in here. Luckily, Tim watches the forecast and he's got plastic on it. But that's going to make a rough day tomorrow. I am loaded down, ready to rock. Hey, there's the animal. What's up, buddy? What you doing, dude? Yeah. Say hi to everybody. This is Dozer. He's getting old, man. He's getting old. You're an old man now, huh? Well, it's raining. Are you going in, dude? Oh, man. So we're ready to go to work tomorrow. I got a lot going on. But back to the Jeep. There they are. There's those little 3-inchers. I'm gonna do a little video and show how bright they are and all that good stuff, how I got them hooked up and whatnot. But I think they look bitchin' right there on the front of the Jeep. The front end looks awesome. If you guys haven't seen all those videos, go check those out. When I redid this whole front end, rebuilt everything under here. Sandblasted that. Christine sandblasted that axle. If you didn't see that video, you got to check it out. Look at those green rotors, or the green brake calipers. I love them. So anyways, that's just a few things that I've been doing. But like I said, Oxbeam, if you buy any of this Oxbeam stuff, make sure you go to one of my Oxbeam videos. And in the description is a promo code. Get the promo code. You get, I think it's 15% off. That's a good amount. And that really adds up. So don't forget, so many of you have told me, Tim, I bought the Oxbeam stuff just like you got. And I'm like, oh, did you get the promo code off my channel? You're like, no, I didn't. God, go get the promo code off of my channel if you go to get some of this stuff. So very important. And you should be able to find it. I got like 2 other Oxbeam videos. I have the Oxbeam video on these lights here that I put on. These are those 5-inch, which are really cool. They look just like those other ones. And they have these in yellow too. If you like yellow, you can get them in yellow. You got these side shooters. These are bright. I'm really impressed. That's the ones I want to put on the Can-Am. And they're the same as these. I just got the all yellow down here on this. And these are like the exact size. You could put them in there if you had a Jeep. But did a video on those. You can find that. I did a video with this slim control panel, which is right there inside my car. I absolutely love that thing. It works awesome. But I got so much going on, you guys. It's just crazy. You know, YouTube's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I know. Oh, you get all kinds of free stuff. It sounds free. They send it to me for free. Yes. But I got to make a video. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of editing. So it's actually not free. Honestly, it would be easier to spend $300 and buy one of these. I think you can get them for like $100 and something. But here's the new one that's going in the Jeep. It's the new switch panel. It's not the slim like this one, although it is pretty darn slim. It's a little bigger. but I wanted it big square like this because I want to cover up some holes from the switches that I have right now. So this is going in the Jeep. This video will be, this one's a couple weeks down the road because we got Camp Razor. I got a lot of videos to make for Camp Razor, but this whole setup, it's really nice. Got a remote. This Oxbeam stuff's pretty nice, man. I'm telling you. I'm pretty impressed with Oxbeam. Not a bad company, and I really enjoy doing videos for these guys. They're really cool to me, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. Kurt, I know Kurt, you're probably watching, and Kurt bought some lights, and we were out in the desert, and I said, turn those suckers on, and he had them on up against my Baja Designs, and I think his lights are brighter. It might have been the angle. Those might shoot farther, but in that shot, in that video, his were brighter. So, but here it is. So if you do any of the Oxbeam stuff, make sure you go to one of my Oxbeam videos, and in the description is the promo code for Oxbeam, okay? Oh, and one last reminder, don't forget, if you want one of these mounting brackets for this little kicker stereo, hit me up. I can have my son print one. So if you like the way this thing goes in there, the parking, it misses it. Look at how much room is there. Don't forget, hit me up if you want one of these stereo mounts. If you're getting ready to put in a stereo, ask me any other questions, but I just want to remind you guys of that. And then I didn't show you also the speakers. Here's his speakers and this giant mount, but it is universal and it clamps onto just about anything. So they mounted well. But any stereo questions you got, hit me up. But if you want one of those, it's the only place you can get them is from my son. That's it. That's all I could think about for now. I hope you guys enjoyed that little video. I hope you got some knowledge out of that. I hope you found some value in that, because all my videos, I try to give you guys some value. So I hope you got some slight value out of that video. But we will see you out at Camp Razor. I'm going to be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you don't leave on Sunday, remember? You leave on Monday because the traffic's too bad. So I'll be leaving on Monday, and then I'll be back the following weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Veterans Day. It's going to be a long week, guys. We're going to have some fun. We're going to make some videos. I'm going to keep you guys updated with everything going on. So I appreciate all of you for watching my videos. You guys mean so much to me, and we will see you out in the sand.